once again giving all praise to Yahawah.
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
All right, once again, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, and shalom and salutations to hopeful elect. All right, once again, we're the Hebrew Israelites. All right, prophesying the downfall of America, all right, which is Babylon the Great according to the Bible. All right, and just gonna get right into it. As you should know, Babylon is on its way out. And as far as the prophecies, through the Spirit, we're gonna title this, it's showtime. Because it's time for the Heavenly Father to work. He's just getting started. There's even it's happening even more, rapider than what we thought. There's no more bread and circus. There's people are actually that spirit of mirth is being just like rapidly dismantled. And it's through the Spirit, we just have just like current events, prophecies. We're just going to get into what the Heavenly Father's getting ready to do.
Right. If I may real fast, as you were saying the spirit of mirth is going, I was just going to land back and say the jobs are as well. Leading to that mirth being taken away too, people can't buy and spend as they please.
You said time for the Lord to work. He said showtime, right? For the Lord to work. So in Acts 13:41, behold, ye despisers, and wonder and perish. For a work in your days, a work which ye shall in no wise believe, though a man declare unto you.
Wow, that's basically the time we're living in. As far as us, these are the things we've been saying for years.
Shalom, shalom.
Now it's happening. There's even people that and this isn't the only state that's been happening in. People that are either got casted out or fell out, or put their hand off the plow. Now they're trying to come back. Now they're trying to get back in. Of course, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. But at the same time, as far as our order, as far as our protocol, it just the thing is, it just might be a wrap for you. Yeah. Because this not only is this the year of this is the you could also say this is the year of judgment. Because what's happening, even I can tell a lot of people are everyone from prominent figures, these so-called celebrities that are being held in high regard for no reason, they're receiving judgment. A lot of people are dropping dead, from that COVID-19, or whatever they say, and then even people that are trouble us throughout our day-to-day lives, are they're either receiving judgment, or you can feel it in the air that they're about to receive judgment.
I got some another scripture. This is 2 Corinthians 5:10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach, that every one may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad.
That's the other thing. A lot of people, as far as working out your own salvation, the thing is, it's not up to us. That also ties in, having the fear of the Lord. Once again, working out your own salvation. That's the thing. As far as all these other nations, all these the Heavenly Father, he's going to reward you that he's going to reward everyone their portion.
This Ezekiel 12, 22, 21. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that you have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth?
Okay. That's the thing is, that's another prophecy that's being fulfilled. That you can literally see, as far as that smile on the these 2/3 faces are it's slowly and steadily are turning into frowns and tears. or because now they're seeing, or what we've been talking about, or of course, or you still have, or scoffers and people of the world, or I remember there's this one commercial. It's like there will be parades again, there will be festivals and gatherings again, right? Or don't count on it.
Hey, can I bring this up? You don't mind? RT News published yesterday, April 10th, 2020. It says madness that will start riots. Philadelphia police drag men off public transit for not wearing a mask. So all because he didn't wear a mask, they drug him off the public bus, man.
Oh, yeah, because he coughed.
No, because he's not wearing a mask at all.
Okay.
It says viral videos are showing police in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, telling people to wear masks on public transportation to help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Philadelphia is fascist. I've been to that, like even before, like even a night out on the town, like doing some fouling, or they have you it wasn't even, they even have crowd control, or how you're walking down the strip or whatever, they have like police posted up. They're just like keep moving, or so Philadelphia is that type of.
And it says that here, that's the spirit. It says
17 years ago.
It says telling people to wear masks on public transportation to help stop the spread of COVID-19 and harshly enforcing this rule with non-compliant passengers. And like I said, they drug the man off. So they said this could start riots, man. And lead to backlash and uproars. And that's the time we're in, because we've been telling people that, look, this is sedition amongst men, a great insurrection. Are people going to stand, pretty much in their own power, you know what I'm saying, against the powers that be? So, hey, we're in that time period, and it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. We're in that time, it's about to, continue to get worse.
Yeah, and if they doing that just for masks, imagine, if you ain't got the chip in that day. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's just an excuse, man. Like, oh, you ain't got your mask, we gotta help you get healthy. Man, you ain't here to help.
And then they haven't given the point, they giving these police officers more authority to be the judge and executioner. So it ain't really no take you to trial. They basically passing bills where they can take you to fucking prison without no trial, none of that.
That's just Judge Dredd.
Yeah, we went right now.
They want to.
Yeah, bro. That's Esau's system that he forming, man. Which now you can, for brothers that probably didn't understand what the beast is, like now you can kind of more so see it come to life now. You know what I mean? Like bro, this system that Esau is forming, you ain't got no say so. That's what he's pretty much eliminating, bro. You gonna do what we say, you gonna accept this way of living, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna wait till y'all get done. I got the information.
And they show it in all these movies, man. Because people think that Esau, especially they think Esau make movies to entertain them. And at the end of the day, he really just putting out subliminal messages of his wicked plans, his wicked intentions, his wicked ideas, right? Because art imitate life, man. That's why they have a lot of these movies that come out. They be based on a true story.
Right.
A lot of these movies is really based on a true story for real, but especially they revealing like the thoughts and intentions of these damn Edomites, man. These futuristic movies, man. Minority Report. You know what I'm saying? Judge Dredd. You know what I'm saying? These different type of movies, man.
Yeah, even Star Trek, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's something that Esau really want to do too, and like if he stay around long enough, he want to do that like later on in the future, so to speak, where he traveling across the world and you know what I mean? Just
what's that movie called with Matt Damon? Elysium. You know, where they had these where they had the artificial intelligent robots patrol the shit. Broke his ribs up.
Yeah, bro.
Beat the hell out of it with the Billy Club.
Like goddamn, bro.
Because these robots and things like that, they gonna replace.
Emotion.
Yeah, he in the spirit. I agree. They'll have no emotions, man. So they'll go Billy top Cub ahead on top of your head real quick, man. So
remember the video, the robot that was shooting on target, getting knocked over.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Esau got shit like that.
Right, because this technology and the beast system that Esau possessed, man, they got robots that think they think and process things faster than a human being.
Right.
You know, they had this one robot, he was beating, this dude was a chess master or something. Nobody could beat him, and then they created this robot, and and he continuously played this individual and eventually learned how to be one. And then quick as hell.
Yeah, and see, and that's what Esau, he look at humans like it's a flaw, you know what I mean? Like, and even when you look at like, Elon Musk, that's why Esau's whole thing is, all right, people are flawed, that we need to come up with technology, because technology can do things better than humans. And he even give you the charts. He's like, all right, there was X amount of crashes due to humans, all right, but with self-driving cars, there won't be that, you know what I mean? It's like,
but he flawing the humans. He putting all the poison and stuff like that. He flawing the humans, so he don't like.
yeah, he pretty much hold back the potential of humanity. Go ahead.
Right, Isaiah 14:13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahawah. I will sit upon the mount, right, of the congregation in the sides of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right, so that's what he's trying to do. Like and even he's also talking about this what is that singularity.
Oh yeah.
Just trying to live forever. Just trying to he's basically you can call science like synthetic spirituality basically.
Yeah, that's man, because bro, that singularity, when you look up that pretty much going to bring in unifying humanity, bro, and that goes.
Yeah, that's what one goes back to. One unity and unity, that's the same.
Single,
right.
Singularity. But everybody, you should have a precept, all right?
Who?
Yeah, you should have a precept.
No, sorry.
Well, I got some in this book I
You
want
want
to
me
get
to
out.
read this?
What?
About singularity?
Yeah, you can bring it out real quick.
It says singularity on Google. The technological singularity, also simply the singularity, is a hypothetical future point in time at which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes to human civilization.
Yeah, and then like I said, when you even dive deeper, to sum it up, it goes into like the Borg, something called the Borg system, where they like I said, they pretty much trying to get everybody unified. That's what the chip gonna do, and the cloud and all that other shit.
Well, it just made me think of something, because if you don't know, like, y'all a little bit younger, but like that Star Trek, like they had a character on there, the board.
I remember.
Okay, so yeah, I forgot you or something. Long story short, but when you find out like the guy created Star Trek, he's amazing and all that shit. Anyway, so a lot of concepts that they were trying to do, he incorporated into the show. So long story short, look, you made me think of that when you said that.
Because the Esau big in the symbolisms and stuff, things of that nature anyway.
Bro, you ain't lying, man. And I just want to get like a few excerpts out of this book. All right, brother Yahawah over here, he let me you have it. But it's a book called Mass Control, Engineering Human Consciousness by Jim Keith. And I'm gonna just go to a few pages, and I just want to get out some major points. Cause I said, and they show you, bro, these books, man, these plans came out literally decades ago, man. A lot of these, it say by 1976.
Right, that's what the scripture said. Woe to him that prescribed. Matter of fact, Isaiah 10:1 real quick, right? Of course, all these plans and things like that go back years, man, decades, centuries,
centuries.
Because it's a secret society, right? Amongst these so-called white people, the so-called white race, these Edomites, man. Mainly these so-called white men, and they keep it's a they got a brotherhood just like we do. They got a brotherhood on the north side, man. And where they pass down information from generation to generation, and only a certain few. That's why they recruit these different institutions, these prestigious colleges in the American Cambridge and Harvard. Yale, they recruit all these Edomite individuals, and then they put them in control of the government. That's what these different, bro. These niggas is all connected. It's so serious. Go into it, man. Listen, bro, but people don't get it, man. Yeah, very quick. Read that. You got that.
I got something like it.
Oh, come.
All right, Micah 2:1.
That's what I was doing.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Come on, man. You telling me that ain't
Yeah.
that ain't talking about Esau, man? The power is in his hand to do whatever he will, because it's given to him by the Heavenly Father, and he practicing that wickedness all damn day, man. He got the think tanks and so forth and so on, man. And real quick, I just want to get these excerpts real quick, y'all. This is from page 96, right? And they just showing you what the technology can do, right? It says Heath. All right, this is one of the guys, one of the doctors and professors at one of the universities. It says Heath was far from the only person thinking about using implants for control. And brothers know the implants are RFID chips. It says in 1956, Curtis Schaefer, working as an electrical engineer for Northern Caton, offered the following prescriptions for the National Electronics Conference in Chicago. Schaefer said the ultimate achievement of biocontrol may be man himself. So they say the ultimate achievement of biocontrol may be man himself. They say the control subjects would never be permitted to think as individuals. A few months after birth, a surgeon would equip each child with a socket mounted upon the scalp and electrodes reaching selected areas of brain tissue. Man, bro,
Right.
I'm gonna keep going, man. This shit is crazy, man. Like, who the fuck is wicked as hell, bro?
I got a scripture.
Let y'all stop.
I was just gonna say, when you take something, you just watching it. That's the Matrix.
Yeah, no, it is, bro. That movie, The Matrix, it's spiritual, but it is a lot of left hand shit on that movie too, man. But real talk, bro.
Yeah,
You mind, Greg?
Yeah, get your precept.
Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us?
Yeah, break down.
Hey man, yeah. So, hey, Esau's the one who seek deep to hide his counsel from from the Lord, man, from YAHAWASHI. You know, hey, he hides stuff in like this in a book. You know, put certain subliminals in movies and things like that. Hey, he do things, wicked seances and whatnot behind closed doors, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the Heavenly Father, he see and knows all things, man. You know, he omnipresent. All right.
You're calm, bro.
I noticed
No.
I mean, because a nigga read that book and say, oh, this from the 70s, they ain't did this yet, so they, you know what I'm saying, this in the past, man. Or they probably got this, we just gonna put it in the movie, man. Not knowing that they literally, you know what I'm saying,
they acting it out, they acting it out now. And I'm gonna continue on. It says the subject's sensory perception and muscular activity could be either modified or completely controlled by bioelectric signals radiating from self-controlled transmitters. So all them people out there saying about the chip or the chip can only buy and sell, bro. That chip gonna do way more than just having the ability to buy and sell. It's gonna control your whole fucking setup, bro. Your genetic makeup, bro. Cause I'm gonna just go more into it. It says intelligence agencies have long been interested in possibilities of direct brain electrical stimulation. A report of the CIA's MK Ultra Subject 94, issued in October 1960, said initial biological work on techniques and brain locations essential to improving conditioning and control of animals have been completed. And this was in the fucking 60s, bro.
It was already completed.
It was already completed, bro. And then when you look up something called the Human Genome Project, bro, they already mapped the human DNA, bro. They did that shit years ago.
That's how they got that, like Schwarzenegger gene, they know what genes make you. So yeah, they got super soldiers and all.
Yeah, bro. That's what the movie Captain America was about. Brothers that seen that movie, the super soldiers, you know what I mean? That they already got all this shit understood and mapped out and you know what I mean, laid out, bro. But I'm gonna continue a little bit more on here. I just want to get these few I was about to say precepts. It says, this is page 98. It says the Gallo soon came up with a new transdermal stimul receiver.
What's his name?
The Gallo. Eddie Delgado.
Delgado.
Yeah, Jose.
Delgado. Delgado. His first name is Rodriguez. Yeah, Dr. Jose Manuel Rodriguez. But he gotta be a fucking Spaniard, bro.
Oh, I know.
He gotta be, bro. Ain't no Jake.
He's the one who created the study, bro, with the bulls and shit.
Okay, yeah. No, he is.
They used a lot of different people that, like, basically, it was like one person that might have came up with one thing, they go back and bring him back. Like based on his research,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of other research came out of it. So
Yeah,
I can
that's
believe
true.
that, you know what I mean?
And I think what I said it goes into it on one of these pages.
Yeah, the brother had did a video about her, bro. He was going in on it about how he did the study with the bulls, bro. When he put the chip in the
the matador.
and then he could
Stop
with
it.
with an electric shock, bro.
It's that same dude.
yeah,
Honest spirit, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
I'm familiar with him,
Hey,
bro.
so that's wild, cause your brain, like it is, like you go into certain frequencies through your nervous system. That's pretty much them what they trying to do.
This is exactly what they doing, bro. And that's why Esau understand, bro, with that implementation of the he needs. Elder Mark gonna put the video up. He needs the 5G to process his data, and the elders are going into it. Because let's say you get the chip in you, the internet and all that, the 5G, the 4G can't keep up with that information. If everybody get chipped, he needs something that's gonna process and work it in real time.
Let me say this much, because at the end of the day, when I got here, the brother was showing that, what's that, Al Jazeera?
Yeah.
So they was talking about how China basically set up their little system, and America's following suit. Because China's communist, America's supposed to be democratic. But all these nations are setting up these systems in the exact same pattern. Like China shit, cameras like 350 million cameras. But to power all that shit, that's why you need that system. You know what I mean? They need you under the chip to power them drones. You got drones in the sky.
No, that's the send the transmission. That's what they doing. You said the power.
Signals.
What I'm saying, like, yeah, the signals that, because basically, like, the system they using, they can go off of, like, you know how you pay, like, with the RTA pay, the pay card thing and you scan.
Yeah.
They can take the information off your phone and, like, they tracking who took the vaccine, who ain't in the quarantine. So, like you said, that signal is the setup for the network. So I get what you're saying. But all the Internet of Things, all is up under that network. You know what I'm saying? Your phone, the chip, and all the technology.
Laptop, smart TV, everything incorporated. One star, the different devices that's incorporating these smart vehicles, Tesla, this, that.
So you need that system to run all this shit the way they want it.
That's right. It's strong enough. It's just right below a military grade weapon.
Right.
You know, they had to bring it up because those other bandwidths, the 4G, they wasn't strong enough.
Well, when you go into 5G, like say, they tell you it's a microwave, and that book talks about. Is it that one or
it's
talk about the microwave technology?
Yeah.
It's weaponized.
Yep. And I want to continue just a little bit further. As a matter of fact, I was gonna say you might want to read for me. I got the highlighted pages. You read, all right, yeah. Just get the highlighted points. Just start at the bottom on page. Was that 99 for
electrical brain stimulation devices. That's what he did.
Yep, that's the same guy. Yep.
Invented by Jose Delgado. What's his real name? Jose Manuel Rodriguez Delgado.
You gotta stay with
Put him on blast.
Invented by Jose Delgado for his research into behavior and motor control.
Yep.
That's why I said mass control. It said we're implanting into apes, monkeys, bulls, cats, and humans.
See, Esau understand that. That's why when you go to like the doctor, you catch a seizure, a seizure. You know what I mean? When you season up and shit like that, they testing your motor functions. Like your motor functions is like reflexes, like if you can move your arm, like those are your basic motor functions. But you had a little bit more than that.
No, you got it.
Archon. So start from the page at the end of that page, and then read all that, and then 101 and 102, and that's it. Where the highlighted area is at.
It say Delgado, this page 98. Delgado soon came up with a new transdermal stimuloceiver that communicates back the reactions of the subject to the electrical or chemical stimuli. Delgado reported the new system described here is based on the implantation under the skin of a small instrument without batteries, which is powered by transdermal reception of energy and is able to stimulate 3 different areas of the brain.
No, but real quick before you say that, does anybody understand what you just read? Y'all should know, man.
You gave me something, and that's how I found out about transdermals through the skin.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
He said through the energy. Can you bring that
bring that back?
He said something about the transdermal.
I'm gonna start back at this
That's
part.
the
new system.
He a pioneer, bro.
The con, bro. Yep, that's it. And it's going into it. But real quick, hey, Malak and y'all, like, what he just read, y'all should understand what he's talking about. But go ahead, keep going, bro.
He gotta read it back. 'Cause
You about to read it back.
It says the new system described here is based on the implantation under the skin of a small
on
instrument
the chip.
without batteries, which is powered by transdermal reception of energy and is able to stimulate 3 different areas of the brain with remote control.
I gotta read the scripture real quick then.
Yeah, go ahead, get the scripture.
It's Revelations 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, and that's what Esau is doing. Like I said, you can literally, they say as many as would not worship the image of the beast. You can start to see that now. Esau, he getting to a point where like, look, if you're not down with how things are, you gotta go. You know what I mean? You
Right.
say that?
And this how Esau giving life unto the beast, man, with this type of technology, with this type of technology. Sophia and these different, you know, robots and shit like that.
Bro, yeah.
They give you commands and shit.
Bro, like,
all the people around.
bro, this shit is fucking crazy.
Bro, they got the fucking, excuse my Swedish, but they got the self checkout things at Giant Eagle, bro. They telling you, please practice social distance. This shit like a movie, bro. You feel me? It's like some the Truman Show, man. Bro. You feel me? They got please remain 6 feet. Please practice social distance. I'm like, this shit sound like a movie you were watching, bro. It says,
And you can bet your ass that was already pre-programmed, ready to
Most
go.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
No way they got, you know, all this shit up as fast as they got it.
It's already, like I said, pre-planned, bro.
Yeah, preordained.
You got some more on there?
no, you go ahead.
All right, this page went on one. It says, in an interview, Delgado stated that electromagnetic broadcasting for mind control have been developed to a state of effectiveness and can be utilized at up to 3 kilometers.
You see that, man? Esau, he already understand it, man.
And that
So-
was back then.
That was back then, bro, in the 60s and 70s, yeah, bro. So that
chip.
bro, that chip, bro, like I said, he got it to a point, and then, like I said, go ahead, bro, continue in there, man.
Interestingly enough, part of the thrust of Delgado's research was genetics, since he had determined that low intensity electromagnetic fields were capable of altering DNA.
And then we all should think about the 5G.
Yeah.
He just said, bring it back. He studied, what did he study?
Low
Says,
intensity, man.
Delgado's research was genetics.
So he studied genetics, go ahead.
Since he had determined that low intensity electromagnetic fields were capable of altering DNA.
Right.
Delgado's
Dealing with your genes.
Yup,
Right.
yup. And that's why that's why the elders, like I said, but they said they're not for sure. Elder Ariella and them was going to it, but the 5G, it links in there somehow, some way, cause
That's why I give you that shit. But the type of you know what I'm saying, the radiation that it emit, you will fucking have a deformed child or children that's you know being brought forth, you know, untimely children. What is it called?
a still child.
A stillbirth and then premature birth.
It's like, yeah, that 5G is no shadow of a doubt. And that's the thing that's fucking people up because it seems like this coronavirus, they say got symptoms of a common cold. Well, you had this Jake in Cleveland, he got over that shit, man. He had the coronavirus and several other cases of people getting the coronavirus and they getting over it. So the symptoms that you get from this so-called coronavirus, it's gotta be the 5G, man. It got to be.
And it kind of briefly touched on it right there. Bring that little part back.
Interestingly enough, part of the thrust of Delgado's research was genetics, since he had determined that low intensity electromagnetic fields were capable of altering DNA.
And that 5G, what is it? It emits, man. Those EMS, man. Electromagnetic. It emits the radiation. That's what disrupts your cells, man. Your body's made up of water and electrodes, man. That's how your body. That's how your body function, man. So the 5G, they already understood that. Keep going a little bit more, Rob.
Different signals, basically.
Yeah, it's disrupting your body, man. It's like
genetics. That's the study of heredity and the variation of inherited characteristics. So really, Esau, he tried to mess up our inherited traits with this type of technology. For real, that's what he's trying to do. Because if you bring forth a deformed child, you feel what I'm saying? A person that, a child that, you know what I'm saying, that ain't functioning properly and things like that, man, that'll mess up a heritage. You know what I'm saying? Down the line.
And that's why too in the same book you said that'll mess up like a heritage, that'll mess up it creates deformed babies. That's why in the same book Esau was talking about eugenics, man. Eugenics it pretty much deals with like killing off the you know what I mean, the what
What you say?
the undesirables, man.
That's
You know what I mean? If you a baby that's deformed, hey, it's funny because even the Lord
Yeah.
even like that. I don't know if y'all aware of that, but it's in the law. Yeah. When you if you're a priest, you can't have certain deformities and stuff like that. It's So eugenics is actually
just like the nigga on 300, man.
Yeah,
He
Couldn't make a sword, couldn't make a shield.
You gotta have to be a traitor to make it.
Yeah, God, the Leonidas, they're like, bro, you can't join this, bro. You deformed. You gonna fuck up the pattern we got going on.
The system.
Yeah, bro, the system, bro.
Yeah.
You got a little bit more there. I tell you, bro. They go ahead and
Bro, you
precinct.
good?
Based upon the baby over the wall, that was the fun.
Ultra DNA Delgado said, our understanding of genetics is very clumsy at present, but if we can produce lethal mutations with EMF fields, perhaps we will someday be able to use the technique to produce behavior change.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, get yours then.
Oh, so real fast, this is a quick one. 2 Corinthians 2:11, let's say you should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. You know, and we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you know. The Lord, YAHAWASHI, shall reveal all things to us because we, his servants, the prophets, you know. Hey, the Heavenly Father then revealed these things to us, man. You know what I'm saying? We the hopeful elect.
And since you said that, can you give me Daniel 2 and 22 real quick? Because like brothers read that scripture, brothers is real well familiar with 2 Corinthians 2:11. We not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Because Esau, he using this technology on the level to where he, like I always say, he's starting to understand the manipulation of the elements. Because what did the ALAHYAM do when YAHAWASHI and ALAHYAM do? What did they do when they was creating the earth? And you look up science, they say so-called the earth is made up of 92 elements. That's what they say. You want to look that up for me real quick? Look up what is the earth, elements of the earth or whatever. It's gonna say like 92.
It's more than that, probably.
But that's what they say. But Esau understand, okay, all right, because what's your car? You look at your car was aluminum, cast iron, steel. Those all parts. Yeah, those all parts that Esau learned to manipulate. So the technology that they got right now, he just understanding how to manipulate the elements, man. But that fucking chip, bro, that's gonna be the game over.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Daniel 2:22, he revealeth the deep and secret things. That was one, right?
Yeah.
It says, Daniel 2:22, he revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him.
Yeah, jump up to 20.
Oh, you talking about the elements of the earth?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, about Daniel.
Daniel 2:20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of Yahawah forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons, and he removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Yeah, go ahead. You gonna say
And yeah, man. Oh, Slendy.
But I just want to say Esau want to use that chip too to steal knowledge from people, because you know how people come up with ideas and stuff. Esau, and just like you said, Job, where the Most High says instructions to men. You know what I'm saying? Esau want to steal knowledge from people. That way he can be ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying?
I got a precept. This Revelation chapter 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat therein to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and it was given to him a great sword. So I mean that going to the sword, but also that power comes with knowledge. So the Most High gave pretty much these devils that power with this knowledge to, like you said, manipulate, you know what I'm saying?
The elements.
You know, the elements, you know what I'm saying? That they use to orchestrate these things, man. All inspiration comes from the Most High.
Yeah, because that knowledge that Esau got, bro, it's high level, man.
So what's the elements? Is 4 elements though, like earth, water, air, and fire. Those elements.
So like, well, not elements. Look up
Table of elements. You
No,
talking
it's like
like
period.
the periodic table.
Yeah.
Cause it's like that's what I
Yeah, that's what
mean.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Same
'cause
thing.
They say the same thing, yeah, because they say that the Earth is made up of pretty much, it's like 90, 92 or like 100, somewhere around there.
Like 112.
That's what they say, you know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead, Malak.
This alright, just going back to what the brother was saying, this is Proverbs chapter 21. They say the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Yeah, so that goes to the same knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He in the hands of the Lord, so at the end of the day, the Lord is giving him, you know, the knowledge to do these things, man. So how much more the power of the Most High, man? You know what I'm saying? And but that goes, and that's why these people worship Esau, man. They think all this shit that Esau doing is on a godlike level, man. So they think, oh, it ain't no God or whatever, man. You know?
It's
You still got one?
yeah, it say as the rivers of the water he turneth it whatsoever he will.
Yeah, so that goes to that Isaiah 45:7. The Lord is do good and create light and darkness, evil. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so at the end of the day, it's left, hey, because we gonna have the same knowledge. We gonna have the same, we gonna do it in righteousness though, man. We ain't gonna be implementing it in people's skulls or whatever, man. We got the same power, the same knowledge, the same, you know, to control the elements, man.
Not poison.
Con.
Appreciate because the brothers talking about how these people gonna look at Esau as a god and you know as a god. This is Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrese, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, his thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I seek the seat of Yahawah in the midst of the sea, yet thou art a man, and not Yahawah. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of Yahawah, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, there is no secret that they can hide.
Right, and that's going to the so-called Esau, man. All right, not so-called Esau, it's like the so-called white man, which is Esau. All right, he was in Daniel, man. All right, because Daniel, when you read, we was just reading about Daniel, you know what I mean? Daniel, the second chapter, you can actually go back to the first chapter too. You can go to the first chapter about how the Lord gave the understanding of wisdom. All right, to Daniel, man. All right, and he gave it to Meshach and the other ones, Meshach, Abednego, all right, Shadrach. All right, and then he gave it to Daniel. But Daniel had understanding above the other Judites, man. Matter of fact, go to what you done there?
You won't get one up more.
Yeah, well, hold that. 'Cause I know it's a good about me. So, kind of.
You want this in Daniel?
Yeah, go to Daniel.
Daniel 1 and what are we going to start about, like 18?
Yeah, start about 18.
Alright, this Daniel 8 and 17. As for these 4 children, Yahawah gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom.
Right.
And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams.
Right, because the brother Yahawah just brought out how in Ezekiel 28, how Esau became wiser than Daniel, man. And Daniel had, Daniel, you read about Daniel, bro, even in Bell of the Dragon, the story about that, like Daniel, he was smart, bro. Because it was the part when they was going up and the people was stealing the under the table. Daniel put some
Flour.
Yeah, some flour. This little clever shit like that. You like, damn, Daniel, you know what I mean? Like,
Right, and
just
the thing
tactical.
that he used to destroy the dragon, he did something.
Yeah, he made like a little explosive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
Like, damn.
like a bomb.
Yeah, Daniel was smart, bro. You know what I mean? So, and that was during that time. So how much more Esau, bro? Esau got the understanding from the past and from the ancient world and now, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, literally, bro.
It says, verse 18. Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar, and the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm.
Bro, so you gotta think about that, bro. You gotta put that into perspective. Like, what does an astrologer do? They study the, you know what I mean, the skies, bro.
Constellations.
Right, they understand it, you know what I mean? So if Daniel was smarter than them, like, damn, bro, like 10 times, bro. Bro, it said 10 times, bro.
It said, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding, that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better.
That's crazy, bro. Like I said, because astrologers, bro, they mad smart, bro. You know what I mean? Understanding how the cosmic universe work. the alignment of planetary, you know what I mean?
Esau understanding more. That's why he wiser than Daniel.
Yeah, and
That's why he sent. That's why he sent satellites into the upper atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? That's why he put airplanes, you know, in the sky.
Alright, Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle, right, than any beast of the field.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Who was the serpent, man? All right. Back then, it was the spirit that's inside of Esau. It was that was an actual man. All right. That wasn't no physical snake. It was an actual man. Then when you look up the characteristics of a serpent, it actually goes further into it. And matter of fact, if somebody want to grab it, Revelation 19, was it 19 like 5? We're talking. It says about the serpent, man. I mean, before you get that though, I continue to use that. When you was done.
Which
Oh, you was done it, Daniel.
yeah, I was done.
What you got?
Back in Ezekiel 28, sorry, verse 4. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Verse 5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahawah, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of Yahawah. Verse 7, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. Verse 8, they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea.
Right. Yeah, because they're going to shoot missiles on this place. That's what it was going into, man. As a matter of fact, because go back into that, bro. Got to go into them scriptures.
Start when we go back in.
He talking about his traffic or something like that, with his wisdom, right? Because what Esau did, he took down these other nations, and then he studied. Cause Esau, he a cunning hunter. What hunters do? They study, they pray. They gather intel and information, man, and then they use that shit towards the hunt. When they go out to, you know, to capture their prey or to kill their prey. So, go, you got it.
I'm going to go back where you said, 5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches.
Right, because Esau is the one who came up with the whole aviation shit through the spirit of the Heavenly Father with the Wright brothers up here in Ohio in the 1900s, man. You know? So that's a part of his great wisdom. And because Esau used these different, these companies, these you know, airplanes like for UPS and regular mail, USPS and FedEx, and that's a part of his traffic. And then he had these boats and these vessels and shit. Go ahead,
It says, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Right, and that's the main reason why Esau proud. Yeah, because of his riches, man, all the stuff that he attained, he done gained the world. He controlled the world and all the people. And then the technology.
Yeah, bro. That's making him into a god, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Come. Go ahead.
My grab quick precept, BAHASHAM, if you don't mind. 1 Timothy 6 and 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds. And Esau do got corrupt minds. You know, they profane. You know, everything they do is just corrupt. It says, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. And like you said, he tried to profess or look at himself, view himself as a god just because he got rich, just because he got money. You know, but you know, hey, the Lord, he's with the meek, man. He's with the lowly. You know?
Yeah, Most High, he's gonna eventually intervene, cause the stuff that Esau got, bro, it's just too much, man. You know what I mean? Like you study the stuff that Esau got, it's just too much, bro.
Yeah, but they really hold you in high regard, like the scriptures say. They extol it to the clouds in the book of Sirach. You know, when the rich man speak, they extol it to the clouds. They really hold these people in high regard and worship these people. For example, when Jay-Z and it was supposed to come to Cleveland, you know, the host for Hillary Clinton going against, you know, Trump and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
They had a line of people outside the ring,
I remember.
you know, but they want to do that for the Lord, you know. So they really hold these people in high regards, and he's low level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind, bro.
So they, you got it. Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I wanted to get that point where I said, 'cause I didn't want to just say it and I'm getting it out. But what Todd brought out in Genesis 3rd chapter about the serpent, Todd, you got that scripture?
Yeah. It's book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 2. It say, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right, so when you look up that word serpent, it's going to take you to a Greek word, G3789, ophis. It's going to say, although the idea of sharpness of a vision, it's a snake figuratively as a type of sly, cunning, and artful, malicious person,
Right.
especially Satan. It says, with the ancients, the serpent was an emblem of cunning and wisdom. The serpent who deceived Eve was regarded by the Jews as the devil. It broke it down right there. Perfect. You know what I mean? So that wasn't an actual snake. It just went into it, bro. It said, I'm going to read it over. It says, with the ancients, the serpent was an emblem of cunning and wisdom. The serpent who deceived Eve was regarded by the Jews as the devil. And Esau is the physical counterpart of the devil, man. And like I said, it went to the characteristics of a snake, man. So that snake that was more subtle than any beast of the field. If you know how the Lord speaks in like parables. He regard we creatures. But it's a couple of scriptures where it talks about men being regarded as beasts. The one that brothers should think about is the one in Peter's where it talks about brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed.
Right.
And in Revelation.
The serpent, when you go into it in the Hebrew, in the 3rd chapter of Genesis, go back to the Hebrew word nakash. It said to practice divination. Right, which an actual snake doesn't practice divination.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You that's like a snake charmer. To practice divination, divine, right, and divination is like being like a fortune teller or something. Alright, deal with spirits, you know. Divine, observe signs, learn by experience. Diligently observe, practice, fortune telling, take as an omen. They say a subtle, sly, or treacherous person. That's what it's saying.
And I just broke it down.
A sly, deceitful, or unscrupulous person.
Right. And it's like, that's Esau, man. Because like I said, you gotta learn how the Lord he's speaking slang, so to speak, man. Like how the Lord compared us to like lambs. He called us lambs. Like when the Lord talk about feed my lambs, he not actually talking about actual sheep, but right, he's speaking to parables, man.
He doesn't call us lamb, he doesn't call us women, he
Yeah.
doesn't call us precious gold.
Right, you know what I mean? So you read those things from a face value, you think the Lord talking about those actual things, but when you go deeper, you're like, okay, it's metaphors for other things, man.
That's why he didn't teach you.
He calls us.
I gotta appreciate it.
Nah, bro. It's like
This Ecclesiastes 3:18. I said in my heart concerning the estates of the Son of Man, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man. Bring it on back, bro. That was beautiful. Bring it back, Corey.
This Ecclesiastes 3:18.
That's the one I was thinking about too.
I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
Beautiful, man. Like, yo, that just hit it right on the spot, man. You know what I mean? That hit it right on the spot, bro. But, you said that or something like that?
No, I ain't got it.
Okay. What else has on?
Oh,
you was reading out.
I still had the script.
Okay, come. You got
You got your script?
Yeah.
Verse 6. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahawah.
Yeah. What's like? Where you at?
Ezekiel 28 verse 6. Ezekiel 28:6. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahawah, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of Yahawah.
Yeah, that's why the brothers got that Isaiah the 14th chapter, right?
Verse 7. Behold, therefore will I bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom.
Yeah, they missiles, man. You know, the ICBM missiles. That's the swords they're referring to, man. They gonna draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, man, against America.
And they shall defile thy
Right,
brother.
because that was a part of their wisdom, bro. That's the beauty of their wisdom, because they had a conception and they came over here and made it a reality. This whole place, America, you know what I'm saying, we're in prison, we go deceive all the nations. That's a part of their wisdom, and this the wisdom. This a part of their beauty. This city, because it was referred to. John, he looked at the city with admiration, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he said,
you know,
great admiration.
Right, a beautiful woman. So that's a part of their wisdom too, man.
Yeah, because
This whole goddamn thing, man.
that's like I was gonna say this. Like you gotta put like once again, you gotta think with the scriptures. Like when John seen Babylon, bro, he ain't seen the little rinky dink areas we be walking past, bro. He seen the shit that Esau be looking at, you know what I mean? Would at least be like, y'all ever seen like certain, be like, damn, we like, whoa, we pulled up to a house.
What's that part in New York? Upstate New York.
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
he seen the best areas, bro,
right.
of this kingdom.
Texas.
Or like the Luxor hotel or some shit.
Right, bro. You know what I mean? And that's why, because even when the devil, the spiritual devil brought up Yahawashi on the high mountain, he showed them the best of the kingdom, bro. You better believe he showed them like them areas. You like, whoa, bro. You know what I mean?
We ain't never seen.
Right, that we ain't never seen, bro. Certain places, bro. Like if y'all travel, you know what I mean? It's like certain Edomite houses, bro. You pull up, bro. Marble this, you know what I mean? Dad, you like, god damn, bro. You know what I mean?
That on the Hunger Games when they was going to the other land. That shit was totally different.
Man, what? You like, bro? Like, damn, bro. You like some
Totally
people.
different world.
Y'all right, it's a total different world, bro. Some people house you walk in, bro. You just like, oh man, dang,
But like Vaughn, this the beauty of their wisdom, man. Right? That's why they exalt and America so much, man. These so-called white people, because they don't even exalt Israel like that, even though they're in the land of Israel, Esau, Edom. The main place that they exalt and America first. This is America. This the beauty of their wisdom, because they done came up with this whole scheme, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This money making scheme. You know, to deceive their brothers and steal from their brothers, to be a thief. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that shit
To be a slanderer.
Yeah, bro. This dude, he ain't quitting, bro. Here it is. You got the whole damn earth. Now he just said, man, no, the hell with all this money. I want y'all, man. That nigga crazy, bro. He wanna just chip everybody. Like, I need you as a pet, bro. Fuck that, bro.
Right, and it show you that in that book, because that's from the 70s, so he already he ain't even enjoying the shit.
Right, bro. Yeah, bro.
He
envisioned that shit decades ago, bro. So he like, all right, we're gonna operate in phases. During this year, we need to have such and such. We need to implement this. Now, fast forward decades later, 2020, bro. You best believe he about to lock this shit the fuck down, bro. You know what I mean?
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, continue.
Against the beauty of thy wisdom.
Yeah, America. That's what they gonna bring it against, the beauty of his wisdom, like we was going into. Keep going.
And they shall defile thy brightness. Verse
Yeah, they
8.
shall defile thy brightness, man. You know?
Verse 8. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die in depths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas.
Right, which that's gonna bring Esau down to the pit ultimately, right? Because this Esau, what I want to call it? You know, like a spot where they operating out of. I forget what they. Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
This Esau headquarters, right? So if you take out the motherfucking headquarters, of course they got backup, you know, headquarters that they can go to, but it ain't like the main headquarters.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So after that, Esau, you going in the pit.
Technodrome or some shit.
What is that?
Like the Technodrome.
Come. You have something?
Can I give you something, Uncle Kusha? If you don't mind.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, real fast, hold on, I gotta put it up on this app. Zechariah, I believe this is it. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 7. It says, awake, O sword, against my shepherd. It says, and against the man that is my fellow, said the Lord of hosts, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And I will turn my hand upon the little ones. You know, and I was thinking about that in regards of you talking about taking out the main headquarters. You know, hey, that take out Esau, man. You know, his headquarters being here. You know, Babylon, man.
it's never gonna be built again.
Right, because Esau is the shepherd of the people as we speak. He is the shepherd of the people because he's a shepherd does what? He watch over the.
He just took the census of us.
Yeah, but a shepherd does what? Watch over. Right, that's why we say we under his eye. Oh, in the series with the handmaids. I don't know if brothers familiar with that. The handmaid's
On the show called. That's what
I heard about it. I ain't worried.
They say under his eye, right? Because we are under the eye of Esau. That's why you got this whole technology and this whole mass control. In order to control somebody, you gotta be able to see what they doing first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to see what they doing. In a maximum security prison, you think they able to control these individuals? No. If you can't see what they doing, how can you control them? Right. Because you can't see what's coming, whether they planning a revolt or whether they planning an insurrection. You know.
That's the spirit. You speaking on that, then talking about the 5G and all how it's all for like basically like how they trying to make it outlawing us gathering.
Right.
And now that 5G can, like you said, it can penetrate like certain walls and shit like that.
Right.
So they can be able to tell how many people gathering, like with the Google thing, Google tracking us through the phones, see how many people close if they doing the 6 feet. The distance in the 6 foot distance,
And then you also think about it too, cause Esau he playing on. They got bunkers, bro. So they gonna have to get some type of reception in these bunkers. You feel what I'm saying too? They gonna have to get some type of reception. What you think they gonna be? Is it a blackout? Is it? You know what I'm saying?
It's the spirit because the elder apostle told her went into what's that NORAD.
Right.
And how that like what's that on Terminator where they had that big ass mountain where they got to it and they was able to hide from the destruction. Yeah, but in the movie I think they called it like Skynet or something.
Okay, Skynet.
But it's really it was really the NORAD thing.
Okay.
Because that thing's supposed to be big enough to hold like like 1 million people. It's like what's that one movie when it was the end of the world and
2012 or something.
right, where the people, if you was somebody you got on the boat, you ain't nobody.
Right, in Paris.
Right, so, and that's how that NORAD thing is, it's like in the mountain.
Right.
It make you think of Revelations when they gonna go in the mountain.
So Esau got this whole thing planned out, man.
Hey, that's the spirit. There was just an article on RT News about it. Was it a North Dakota, South Dakota man who had a bunker? He was planning on going out there with his family for years. Because of this COVID-19. It was a recent article. We just put it up like a week ago.
No, I wasn't a week ago. That was a couple days ago.
Right.
Just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But Esau got these different, like holdups embedded in these mountains and under the ground and things like that. You gotta have a strong signal too to infiltrate, to penetrate that. You know? So who's reading?
Y'all want to get that last little part out of the book.
Yeah, because Esau ain't built up all this technology. Then when he go into the bunker, the shit just go to void. Like he want to come, he want to come out of this shit and then
still have control of it.
And this is also part of this sword.
And this is the spirit is watching if I jump into this page 102. It says the use of electronics in the observation and control of human behavior.
Yeah, right. So observation, that's the main thing that it do under his eye, man. For all you people who watch this video and y'all familiar with the handmaids, tell y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, that's why they got that CVS, these different symbols too.
The one eye.
Yeah, the one eyes and you know what I'm saying, his third eye, and
bro.
Big brother and all that.
Right, big brother, right, big brother. That phrase as well when that's referring to this type of technology that the brother said the main thing it was used to do what?
The use of electronics in the observation.
Observation. So right, even with these phones, they listen. They got microphones on. Eric Snowden, your TV, cause they get all them flat screen TVs. They obsolete. Only a smart TV. If you don't got a smart TV, you kind of behind the curve. Yeah, you behind the curve, man.
Some washing machines, some dryers, all that shit be having the smart shit in it.
Right. Yup.
Because it's all going to connect to that
internet thing. As you mentioned earlier.
Right.
You can watch TV on refrigerators now.
Go ahead.
Back in the book, page 102, the use of electronics in the observation and control of human behavior. It's like a human behavior and its possible use in rehabilitation and control.
And see, that's what the scriptures say when the scriptures read, somebody he want to be like the Most High. Why are you trying to observe everything, man? I got a quick precept.
Yeah, because this technology, this shit always listening, right? So it gathered it, it build up an algorithm on a particular person. And that's why, especially if you got a chip and you already connected to it. So say for instance you got a woman, they do sensors. You know, you already know who live in the house, a man, woman, his children, and they do a study. You see how this shit really affect you and the you know what I'm saying? It's a hey man.
Bro, this shit deep, man. Cause you get this study knowledge, you like, man, why are you doing this, bro?
And that's how you know it's a higher power guiding you, because you wouldn't have came up with all that.
Man, hell no, bro. He was too smart for this. He working with demons, bro. This is the same man as Job the 30th chapter, bro. You know what I mean?
The spirits is directing him, right?
Real talk, bro.
He wouldn't make the decisions that he made.
Yeah, bro. Lord, you got him.
Yeah, cause Jake, like, naturally, they just think a cell phone is the way to communicate. When really Esau just made this shit just
to try
it's totally different, bro.
To gain information in secrecy. It's like a wiretap for real.
Facebook, Instagram.
You remember how they used to put wiretaps in niggas? You know the fire detector and shit like that. This a wiretap, because they already think we criminals. You feel me? So they always think they can do a criminal activity. That's why Jake just got murdered over there on West 25th by the brother house in Riverside. Because the off-duty police officer said they thought he was involved in criminal activity. So they already think all us niggas is criminals anyway. So they want to put this technology in there to listen what we saying. Hey, Edward Snowden. That nigga was charged with espionage. That's why he had to run he made the whole movie, Snowden, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about how they use this shit to watch you and listen when you weren't aware of that shit, man.
Bro. It's RT News published today, April 11th, 2020. Don't be evil, just obey.
It's just like the classic movie They Live with Roddy Piper, man. If brothers ain't seen that, if you ain't seen that, you going off.
I seen it.
Yeah,
alright.
And when he had the glasses on, you see that obey signs.
What did he say, bro? Read it again.
It says, don't be evil.
Don't be evil.
Just obey.
And what's evil? Evil is to go against it. But just like in that movie, Roddy Piper, bro, submit. You know what I'm saying? Do this, do that.
It says, after COVID-19, tech giants, and it has a picture of Google, it says tech giants will have even more control over what you see and what you think.
You're right, because they got this supercomputer, man.
It says algorithm.
Right, they got an algorithm. That's why even now when we listen, bro, we were talking about table of elements. You go to type it in, it already finishes what you typing for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like Siri, bro. It's always listening. Like I said, it's like it's a microphone that Esau is putting in everybody's house. And he sit around listening in case a nigga doing criminal activity. Start an investigation, use this as evidence. This the futuristic type of shit Esau is that, like, bro, just like Minority Report, they was arresting niggas for future crimes.
I didn't even commit, bro. I didn't even do this shit. You coming to my house talking about you when you were going to do it. How the hell you know, bro? I could have got to change your mind, bro. Get the bad. Go ahead, bro.
I don't know if that was mentioned in this book or another book I was doing. They really had a concept of trying to do that.
Hell yeah.
As far as Minority Report, but at the end of the day,
that's what this is. They're trying to do.
Bro, it's like
my training.
let y'all grab that precept and then I want you to dive right back into it, bro. Y'all gotta pay attention to this book y'all saw gave me, bro. That motherfucker going in, bro. Go ahead, all right.
It's Matthew 10 verse 30. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered.
Right, and that's because we went into the total control. Only the Most High got that power where, bro, you got hair follicles on your head where you know each and every one of them, bro. And Esau like, well, shit, I can synthetically emulate that by just putting a chip in you, and that'll determine what you got in your DNA, your blood type. If you, bro, he trying to be the Most High, and then further into that, this chip it dives into who you your whole setup, bro. The DNA, your spirit, bro. This shit get real, bro. Look, you got some more.
Yeah, this 1 Thessalonians 2. And I'm going to start at 3, but the point is at 4. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin, revealed the son of perdition.
Right, and the falling away first is talking about us losing our heritage, all right, coming back to it. But then the point we harping on right here was said the son of perdition need to be revealed. It needed the world needed to know who the devil is. That's why the world can thank us, man. We expose this motherfucker who he is, man. Yeah, starting with the Apostle of the Great Millstone. You got some more? What?
Here go the clue to tell you who it's talking about. Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God.
And it say he exalts himself above all that is called God, man. The only man that's doing this is the so-called white man, Esau Edom. When you look at all the other previous rulers, Nebuchadnezzar, all of them, they wasn't on this shit, bro. They was just trying to rule. All right, let me rule over you. I'm gonna get my riches.
Right.
Esau like,
they
well,
took counsel from the prophets.
Right.
They all took counsel from the prophets, and they
did.
feared YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI.
They did.
That's why their kingdom even flourished at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Even during the time of Pharaoh.
Right. So that's the main reason, because they reverence the prophets, they reverence the Israelites, and that's the main thing that these so-called white people don't do. These real Hebrews, like that Psalms of 58 chapter, there's a deaf adder that stop at their ear. You know what I'm saying? The charmers charming ever so wisely. They won't listen like the ancient kings and rulers did, bro. They took heed to, you know what I'm saying, the things that the prophets were saying. And that's one thing these devils don't do, man.
Esau, he is totally hell-bent on being against the Heavenly Father in every way, shape, or form.
That's what the word devil is in the Latin, in the Greek, diablos. A man who by opposing the will of God is said to act the part of the devil or the side with him. So that's what he does.
What you just said, too, just rung a bell where you talked about they ain't listening to the prophets. Well, the scripture, the rich man Lazarus, where it said he had the prophets, stuff like that, listen to him, because he wanted to go back. Esau wanted to go
warn
back.
his brothers.
Yeah.
It's a straight way betwixt me and thee. It's
And then the Lord said, sin is anything transgression against the law. But what he's just like the argument brother brought out, it said, don't be evil, obey. So Esau gonna label you as being evil, you being when you ain't, when he a motherfucker with
You doing all this, man.
It's just like when the police beating a nigga up who already who
resisted. They got the hands.
Bro, remember the one Jake, bro? He was laying down on the ground with his hands up.
Yeah.
With the autistic kid, he got blasted.
Yeah, bro. Esau
Plugged him real quick.
Esau ain't
He's
playing,
got a
bro.
gun.
Right. You know what I mean? I seen a little crack on him.
Bro.
I seen something. Bro, but look, see, and this the thing this the point I want to make, because some people might be wondering if they're watching the live stream or brothers. They're like, so what's the point of all this? Esau is trying to obtain immortality. That's the whole point. And how do I know that? Because it's a scripture. I got the brother holding. I want him to hold it. Because when Esau read the scriptures, the elites, he know that that's attainable. How is he trying to do that? He can do it through technology.
Right.
If y'all study the medical field, they understand that like carcinogens and shit like that, the deterioration of the flesh, that can be like so-called conquered. You know what I mean? And YAHAWASHI did that. He literally conquered death where you can live forever. So Esau reading that scripture like shit. Well, you can live forever, but he doing it on the left hand side. Right, go ahead, bro. And matter of fact, I want you to grab that
John 10:1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a robber. So like the same as a thief and a robber.
Yep.
But that's just for Esau, man, because he's trying to enter into that
some other way.
Right, some other way. He's trying to gain this
immortality another way. That's a good point, bro. He doing it like, all right, he ain't doing it by the whim of YAHAWASHI. He doing it on the left hand side. Good precept, right?
Yeah.
And give me one I asked.
2 Timothy 1 and what you say?
1 and 10. Yo, hold on this one, y'all.
But is now made manifest.
Bro, go to 9 real quick. Point is in 10.
2 Timothy 2 and 9, who have saved us and called us with an holy calling. Not right. Huh?
No, it's like
You good. Not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was given us in YAHAWASHI before the world began.
Keep going.
Verse 10, but is now made manifest by the appearing of our Savior, YAHAWASHI, who have abolished death.
Go ahead.
And have brought life and immortality to light.
You
through
see
the
that?
gospel.
He said he brought immortality to what?
To life
Through what?
through the gospel.
So the Yahawashi showed people, not only his disciples, but the world in general, that death can be conquered. And how did he do that? Me and a few of the brothers, when the brothers from Dallas was here, we went through it. Bakar, you remember that lesson we did? Bro, and we went into it, how the reason how Yahawashi conquered death was through keeping the law perfectly. And for keeping the law perfectly, what did the Most High do? He granted him immortality. And Esau, he's trying to do that on the left hand side. He realized that, damn, immortality can be real, it can be obtained. I just gotta do it on the left hand side. Because there's a scripture, give me Ecclesiastes 1:18. But go where you at, Isaac.
2 Corinthians 15 and 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, and at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
Right, and that's during the destruction of Babylon, man. And that's simultaneously as we getting beamed up. All right, the body's gonna be getting changed when we get beamed up. That's what I said in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye.
We're gonna be made perfect.
Yup.
In that instance.
Yup, you gonna get that new body.
It says, I'm gonna read down to the point because we was going into how the Lord attained immortality by keeping the law, right? And he's gonna get into it. Verse 53. 1 Corinthians 15 and 53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
Right, and see, man, like I said, bro, them scriptures ain't getting to the point, bro. The Lord he did away, he abolished death, he did away with it by keeping the law to a perfect T, man. Because that's how people like, oh, so when we make mention we're going to live perfectly in the kingdom, people like, so how you going to live perfect? How did Yahawashi live? He didn't sin, and for not sinning, the Most High granted him access to immortality, where you should live forever. That's how we're gonna live forever in the kingdom. We not gonna sin at all, and for not sinning at all, we gonna do the same thing Yahawashi did, which he abolished death. We ain't gonna die. It's like that's why do you think? Give me Proverbs 3 and 1 real quick. Hold where you at. I saw like give me Proverbs 3 and 1. Bahasham, man. Proverbs 3 and 1. Hold that.
It is Proverbs chapter 3. Verse 1, it say, my son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments.
Yeah, keep going.
For length of days and long life and peace shall they add unto thee.
So what does the commandments do? Read it again.
It say, my son, forget the second. This Proverbs 3 and 2. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee.
Why? So that's the reason why Methuselah and all them and Adam that was living so long. It just gave the answer. Because they kept the law. And for that, it just said it added length of days. So if you imagine if you keep the law perfectly, you're gonna be immortal. Because like I said, Yahawashi, he did away with the death, bro. And see, come on, Ryan, come on, bro. This about to come back full circle too, because like, you know what I mean?
Hosea 13 and 14. I will ransom them from the power of the grave. I will redeem them from death. O death, I will be thy plague. O grave, I will be thy destruction. Repentance shall be hid from my eyes.
You got it right out.
But that's it, man. He redeemed us from death, man. He kept the law perfectly. That way, we could follow in his footsteps, man. This is, say, the ultimate blessing of Israel in the kingdom. We would not be able to sin, so we would not be able to die.
Death was swallowed up in victory, man.
Right.
Yeah, calm, bro.
There won't be no need for repentance.
There won't be no need.
Yep, and then said that's what Esau is after, bro. He not after stupid shit like niggas is, man. You know what I mean? Like
Federal Reserve.
Yeah, Federal Reserve. Bro. Esau, like, bro, I didn't obtain that shit long ago. Okay, what's next? And now he putting so much R&D, which is research and development, into the medical field, because he's trying to figure out how. Like I said, we read the scripture earlier how Yahawashi conquered death. Esau, like, immortality can be obtained. Because think about this, bro. this is what the scripture I'm about to bring out to. Give me that one, Ecclesiastes 1 and 11. Because if y'all know anything about Solomon, right? Solomon, we all know he was great. That's the YAHAWASHI reincarnation. He had everything, bro. He had it went through the same. Matter of fact, go to 6, bro. I want to get the point, bro. go to 6, bro. 6 verse.
2 and 6.
Yeah, BAHASHAM.
All right, Ecclesiastes 2 and 6. I made me pools of water to water therewith the wood that bringeth forth trees. I got me servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house. Also I had great possessions, great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me.
So Solomon is going through the things that he obtained through his life. Esau, the least, like, what do you think they have? They have the same access to these things, man. They got the cars, they got the women, they got islands, priceless paintings.
Right.
So
these ancient, homes.
yeah, bro. Esau, like his
islands.
Yeah, that's what that on islands, bro. Esau obtained the things that Solomon. So let's see the conclusion that Solomon came to at the end of all this. Because Esau understands that. Say if you live, let's say you 80 years old, 90 years old, you was elite, and you got everything. Okay, what's the point if you still gonna die?
Exactly.
That's what Solomon came to the conclusion for. We read through it, bro. Come on with it, man.
All right, skipping to verse 9. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me.
Keep going.
And whatsoever mine eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld
Right,
not my
they had
heart.
all the women, the best food.
Yeah, bro.
They did whatever they flesh desired
Yeah.
for them to do.
Yeah. Keep going.
I withheld not my heart from any joy.
Woo, right. Drinking the best wine.
Yeah, partying,
right.
Partying,
desire. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
bro.
Taking flights, vacations.
Yeah, bro. Just living it up, bro.
Man, living it up. No work, no cares.
Yup.
Yachts on yachts.
Man, where they
Going
go?
snorkeling.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? What's this thing called? With the fucking mask? Scuba diving. With the animals, bro, sitting on the back of elephants.
Jumping out of helicopters and planes.
Bro, real talk, bro, skydiving.
Bro, but yeah, they doing all that. But keep in mind, y'all, the point of all is the immortality part. That's what Esau is after, because you realize if you living with how old we are right now, let's say you got rich all of a sudden, you got everything your heart desired, you eventually realize like, damn, I'm gonna die.
Right.
At the end of the day, this shit don't even matter. That's what this conclusion Solomon came to, and them elites like, bro, we don't want to die. How can I keep this power and these resources and everybody under my control?
Right.
That's what he's trying to do right now with the chip. That the technology is Esau's way to immortality, and he understand that, bro. That's what this nigga's after, bro. Keep going a little bit more. And point is 11, man. Yeah, shit heavy, bro.
For my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor.
Keep going.
Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought.
Then I looked on all the works. He's like, I got all that shit. Yeah, I got that Ferrari over there, man. Then I got the mansion over there with my island over there, Rooker's Island. I got all this, man. You know,
my
women. You know, my bad chicks. You over there with
face
nice.
on the money.
Yeah, my face on the money. My private jet. Solomon thinking about because we remember the previous verses. He named everything he had. He said, the women, the male singers, all that.
Yeah, and then when he came back as YAHAWASHI, like he spit like the same parable, right? You know, when he was all, just like trying to correct. Like, actually, I'm just gonna let the scripture speak.
Okay.
All right, so it says, all right, Ecclesiastes 2 and 11. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there is no profit, under the sun.
Keep going. That's verse. Last point.
All right, verse 12. And I turned myself to behold wisdom, and madness and folly, for what can the man do that cometh after the king? Even that which hath been already done.
Keep going a little bit more, bro.
All right, then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly, as far as light excelleth darkness.
Keep going.
The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceive also that one event happeneth to them all.
Keep going.
All right, verse 15. Then said I in my heart, as I happeneth to the fool, as it happeneth to the fool, so it happeneth even to me. And why was I then more wise? All right, then I said in mine heart that this is also It's like that this also is vanity.
So he started to draw conclusions, man, to himself. He's like, damn, man.
All this shit work.
All this shit is worthless, bro. And the last couple verses gonna get even more into it, bro. Now we're gonna get back into them scriptures. Go ahead.
All right, verse 16. For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever, seeing that which now is in the days right to come shall all be forgotten. And how dieth the wise man as the fool? Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of spirit. Yea, I hated all my labor, which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me.
Yeah, see, he like, bro, man,
This
and
shit worthless.
it's worthless. And like I said, that's the whole point of the elites, what they doing with this technology, the RFID chip, the Agenda 2045. When y'all look up some of this shit, bro, it's just like, the conclusion that I came up with is like, he's after immortality, bro. That's the only reason why he's pressing so hard for technology, bro. Because Solomon came to the conclusion after all that shit, bro, you got all this, it don't matter because you still gonna die. Esau like, bro, I literally control whole nations, the whole earth is given to my hand, like the scriptures say. He like, bro, I ain't relinquishing this shit. I'm gonna keep it, bro. You know?
Perfect example is who that David Rockefeller, man. He had the money and his spirit was most how would come out on him.
The heart, he had the heart, that's the one that had the heart transplant.
Like he had like 7, he used to get like one every year or something like that. You know what I mean? If the spirit, because the Most High just ended that. You know what I mean? Like he had the funds. Come on, you know how long it is for you to be on the wait list to get a heart?
Y'all saw that was a perfect point, bro. The nigga David Rockefeller, bro, you just made a perfect point. That nigga had 7 heart transplants, bro, or something crazy like that.
Like that movie John Q.
Denzel Washington. I said we saved the son. But yeah, bro, that's the point, bro. David Rockefeller, he like, bro, give me as many heart plants as I need. Just don't let me die. Are you fucking crazy? You know what I mean? He like, I ain't letting all this go. The wealth.
That's right. And just like King Solomon came to the conclusion that you had immortality, Esau came to the conclusion as well. And what is he seeking towards though? Is he seeking towards this water? You know, no, he ain't seeking to this. He's seeking to artificial intelligence. That's what his escape is to the problem. Well, that's what his solution to his problem is to what is that shit? Transfer consciousness. Take my consciousness, hook this shit up hook it up to a neuron sensor.
Bro, yes, man.
Download my thoughts and put it into this artificial intelligence, this robot.
And that shit is fucking beyond me, bro. Like, them Edomites, bro, they really scared to die, bro. Cause they know once they die, bro, the Lord on their ass, bro.
That's what it is, for real. Like, in their spirit, they can feel that death.
Hell yeah. Cause our forefathers, bro, they wasn't scared to die, bro. You hear about Jacob and them, bro, they was just like, yo, the Lord take
you accept it.
You accept it, bro.
Like a man.
Yes, bro. Esau like, nah, I ain't.
And that's the thing too, David, saying that don't commit the crime, you can't do the time. It's a sin, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They say that. And Esau committed a major crime. That's who on his ass, the major crime unit.
Right, because y'all made mention of immortality, but you know, they show y'all in that movie Antichrist, if y'all seen it, you know, but basically, they had it like the virtual reality, you know, when you put the thing on, like how we got now, so they had it basically like what the brother was saying, like they had their consciousness, so their body would die, but they still be alive and can create anything that they want. So that was basically like the RFID microchip they was trying to get everybody to get, and everybody was getting it and stuff. Right.
Yo, they show you this movie, it's a movie called Host. So that's what Esau basically need a bunch of hosts. That's where this technology is gonna infiltrate, if you will. The host is just a body that, you know, holds a spirit. You know? So that's what Esau need. He need a bunch of hosts. And that's what all the people on the planet Earth are. Slaves. He like, well, I got a bunch of slaves out here. Well, shit, let's just give it to them.
Come on, bro. And I just want to add on to what y'all saying, because the immortality shit, Esau, like, I'm not lying, bro. He really own this shit. Hey, read this real quick, Ty. Read, or somebody, scroll up to show the brother, what is it? The initial is what it's called?
Well, the 2045 initiative.
Right, now scroll up and just read. So it's called the 2045 initiative, and go right there.
All right, just this paragraph right
Yeah,
here.
just that paragraph.
All right, the main goal of the 2045 initiative, as stated on its website, is to create technologies enabling the transfer of an individual's personality to a more advanced non-biological carrier.
Same thing. Thumbnail was saying. Go ahead.
All right, and extending life, including to the point of immortality.
You see this, bro? Bro, yes, bro. This, like I said, he's really trying to do this shit, bro. And like I said, he understands that, okay, through technology, I can do this. Cause think about it, when somebody
Transfer spirit.
yes, bro, he trying to do this shit, bro. Cause like say you sick and you got problems breathing and you put a pacemaker in somebody, you just extended the life, you know what I mean? Or you whatever you do. Esau understand like, damn, I can extend my life through technology. So now he like, bro, I'm gonna work towards that.
Yeah.
Cause we read, give me the scripture again. I got 2 Timothy 1 and 10. Esau, bro, he not playing, bro.
2 Timothy 1 and 10, but it's not made manifest by the appearing of our Savior, HALALYAM, who has abolished death.
Yeah, keep going. It said have abolished death. Go ahead.
And have brought life and immortality to light through the gospel.
And that, like I said, we brought it out earlier, but I just wanted to reiterate on it, man. The Lord, he brought immortality to light through the gospel, meaning he showed the world that, yes, immortality is obtainable, but the way to do it, you gotta live perfect in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. And you can't live forever. Why do you think, when you go back to the stories of Noah and them, why do you think they was living so long, bro? We just brought it out earlier. Give me the scripture again just to make sure brothers paying attention. Give me that Proverbs 3 and 1 and verse 2.
Deep lesson though, because I never thought about it.
Yeah, bro, it happened. Like I said, we did a lesson with the brother Shira from the Dallas camp. Shamari, I think he was there too. Yeah, we went all into it. My eyes and them was there, but brothers getting in there, bro. Go ahead,
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. It say, my son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments.
Yep.
For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee.
So, and there go the answer. So, if somebody came to you like, so damn, why was Noah and them living so long? Because they was doing right by the Heavenly Father. They was keeping His way. And for that, they added the Most High, like pretty much extend your life, man. He added length of days.
Oh, I just want to say something. When you look back when Esau had us in slavery, he was kind of keeping the Lord's laws a little bit, so that's why he had like more control. Like he was prospering more. But when he stopped doing that, now he's starting to go downhill. He started putting.
Yeah, he used to observe the Sabbath.
Yeah, now he getting fucked up more. But when he was, like I said, trying to keep the laws, he was more prosperous. You notice that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Who was that king that wasn't it Hezekiah that?
Yeah, it was Hezekiah.
That basically the Lord extended his life.
Yeah, he was sick unto death, and then the Lord extended him another couple of years. You know what I mean? But and there was another one too. I think Ahaz, but I think the Lord killed him. He had a foot in him. He had a foot in him.
I got a quick one.
I think
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 16. And that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy power, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And thy Lord shall bless thee in the land thou goest to possess.
Yeah, good point. And that's, like I said, that's what the Lord did to us, man. When we was living by the law, statutes, commandments, the Lord, he pretty much, like I said, he was with us. That's why when you read Genesis, the 6th chapter, he said, my spirit shall no longer dwell with man. It's like the Lord took that, you know what I mean? It pretty much is his energy off of him, so to speak, you know what I mean?
That's why scriptures say, I set before you this day, life and death, and choose life.
Yep, that you may
Darius,
come.
Darius, when he tried to keep the law, he prospered more. Any nation that tried to do that, you know what I'm saying, even the Sumerians, when they kept the laws, whatever them lines came off of them. But man,
It's quick, go ahead.
This Romans chapter 6, 23, it says, for the wages of sin is death.
Yeah, oh yeah, Con. It says for the wages of sin is death, man. So that what causes death is you transgressing the laws, man. All right, and that literally will just totally mess up everything, man. It mess up the ecosystem, humans as a whole. All right, the fucking food chain, animals, the whole nine, bro. All because you don't keep the ways of the Most High. It's a certain way the Most High had it, the way it wanted to be ran, and you don't run it that way. But that 2045 initiative, bro, like I said, when you do more research on it, it's crazy, bro. But you had something, Corey?
This
Then we're gonna finish off these last points in the book.
This Baruch 4:1, this is the book of the commandments of Yahawah, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
That's good.
Yeah, speak on the word. Yeah, good point.
So if you don't follow the laws, you know, you go die. You know, just like the scripture Malachi poured out, the wages of sin is death. You know, but if you do keep the laws, the Lord will give you life. You know, because these scriptures, this word is everlasting life.
Yeah, and it's crazy too, but when you look up the Lord, like YAHAWASHI himself, like he was the embodiment of an idea. When you look up John, the first chapter, was it John said the Lord was the Word. When you look up that word, it's gonna take you back to a Greek word, logos. It pretty much goes into how the Lord was like an idea. You know what I mean? Like of how. Like what Zion means, what to Zion means monument, right? But what a monument is to symbolize something. Zion, us, we're supposed to be we're supposed to symbolize righteousness. Yeah. That's our whole. That's what representation. Right, representation. Exactly.
People then call God Jesus Christ.
So imagine YAHAWASHI. If we supposed to be a representation of righteousness, what is YAHAWASHI? He's the epitome of righteousness, bro. It don't get no higher than him. So. The Lord was set up to enforce the way of the Most High. And that's why his teachings, like when the Lord was on the scene, bro, he walking around, bro, it was a whole nother setup he had going on, bro. He was teaching, like, bro, these scriptures was heavy, bro. That's why the world don't understand how deep this go, man. It's heavy, man. You said you got something like?
Yeah. This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. It say, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy power has given thee. Right, and then start getting into the law, statutes, and commandments. So,
yeah, no, that's a good point. Good point. You know what I mean? So if you gotta honor your physical father and mother, how much more than your father?
Right.
Well, a good point. You said you got something?
Go ahead.
Sure. Back in his book, Master Control, page 102, we'll bring it back from the beginning. It's only like 3 paragraphs.
Yeah, come on.
The use of electronics in the observation, control of human behavior, and its possible use in rehabilitation. It's like it. And its possible use in rehabilitation and control. The article stated in the very near future.
Rehabilitation, they send you to prison for that. That's what prison is supposed to be. It's supposed to rehabilitate, or it's supposed to be a rehabilitation center.
Making you not commit so-called crimes.
Hey, that's the spirit though, because when you take time to think about it, like what it, that dude Alex Jones called us the prison planet, and look at where we at serving our, you know, we serving the sentence here. So you know, and it's, you know, basically it's get us to come back to the law, statutes, commandments. So, you know,
that's spirit rehabilitation. We get rehabilitated through word now.
right.
But then
Right, the action of restoring someone to health or normal life through training. Right, so that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna, to health and normal life, right? Because after this virus, that's what they gonna do. That's how you gonna return back to health. Once you get the vaccination, this tip, then you gonna return back to health and normal life. And they say, through training, right? Because they're gonna train you through this whole process. They train us now 6 foot, social distancing. You know what I'm saying? It says through training and therapy after imprisonment, right? Because they gonna round people up. The New World Order, so like the World Health Organization, one of the high-ranking officials or members in that organization right there, it came out. They talk about removing people from their home, children and adults. You know, because it says training and therapy after imprisonment. Because that's a lot of Jakes gonna want to come out. They gonna get the chip just to even come out of imprisonment. And then they gonna get trained on how to be a functioning so-called law-abiding citizen all over again.
Yeah, you're gonna be trained to worship the beast, bro. Right, the beast system, bro. That's what Esau need that, because the elders are going into it too. Esau needs the vaccine. You need to take that vaccine, because that's gonna lead to like another step in the New World Order, bro. Because in that
spirit.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's the spirit. Somebody did just speak on that. You know what I mean? Like that's like one of the elders spoke on it. He's like, that's like the pledge, the beginning pledge to like being of the image. You know what I mean? Like, it might not be the chip per se.
Right, but it's like another step.
Right. If you take that vaccine, 9 out of 10, you're gonna take the chip.
Right, good, yeah. And that's the spirit, because Jake they already embedded this into Jake, into they brain, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what they taught us in school, I pledge allegiance to the bro, you think that shit ain't really embedded in your spirit, though?
Yeah,
That's a part of an American citizen that pledge, you know what I'm saying? Not this generation, not the young, because they don't do that shit, but the generation prior, and bro.
Yeah, just like now, we ain't said that shit in years, but you
Right.
already got
that the generation, our generation and generation before us, and so on, they had children, this generation. So they gonna give them children, they gonna sacrifice them children, man, by willingly, consenting to them being vaccinated.
Yep. And that pledge, Esau needs you to pledge by setting this a chip. The chip is that ultimate pledge, bro. He gonna be like, look, we need to know if you're down. It's like when you jump into a game. Look, I need you to go knock that nigga off. You know what I mean? Go shoot him up. I'm not gonna do that. Well, you ain't. I'll do you down for us, bro.
Just like the song "Loyalty" with Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna. Right. Tell me who you loyal to.
Yep.
They want to know who you loyal to.
Yep.
Right. So this is gonna be a course of actions that's gonna take place to it's gonna be just like the Lord gonna prove us the fire to go through. Same thing.
Yep. And I got a quick little excerpt one more time. I sent it to the chat too just now, because brothers want to know like that branding. It goes back to a Greek brand called Delta. It says brand, a trademark or distinctive name identifying a product or a manufacturer. A mark indicating identity or ownership burned on the hind of an animal with a hot iron. It's a mark burned into the flesh of criminals, man. And that's when Esau look at you as being a fucking what they call it. You got all type of names for him. A thug, a menace to society, a
degenerate.
A degenerate. What's another one?
Right.
Outlaw. What?
Yeah. Outlaw.
An outlaw. A rogue.
Savage.
Them names, bro. He look at you as being a criminal. You a criminal to what? The beast system. Right. If you ain't with the system, that's why we read earlier in Revelation 13. Bro, if you ain't with this shit, Esau like, no,
enemy of the state.
Yeah, enemy of the state.
That's why they just came out with that thing that said Jake is the main ones who got the corona.
That Jake that was on the
They had a video of niggas fucking Moabites evicting some of those Jakes over there in China, bro, because they wouldn't have, they made them live on the streets, evicting them and shit. Which that's fucking, stupidity in itself. To take these individuals from out of a quarantine, and if they had the highest possibility of infecting somebody, you go put them on the streets.
You know what? That's such hypocrisy, because them damn Moabites was complaining about the virus is not an ethnic, disease thing, but now they putting it on us.
Yeah, they just came out with that, bro.
Yeah, if you would talk stuff about it, if you call it the Chinese virus, well, that's racist. Trump was doing that.
China.
Right. The Chinese virus.
Why you call it a China? Get me started in China.
Right.
You don't get it. He said that shit sarcastically as fuck. Like, bitch, you don't get it. It came.
He started equating that with the Moabites. Yeah, he's like, yo, supposedly it came from over there, so he's like, we just gonna call it the China virus. He go ahead, like, you got a little more on there.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, you got some. Alright,
it says in the near future, computer technology will make possible alternatives to imprisonment. The development of systems for telemetering information from sensors implanted in or on the body will soon make possible the observation and control of human behavior without actual physical contact.
Right, it says something about without imprisonment, right?
Yeah, bring it back.
It says in the very near future,
right,
a computer technology will make possible alternatives to imprisonment.
Right, alternatives to imprisonment, right? Because all they gotta do is take all your fucking money.
Social credit.
Yeah.
Just like China, there was this guy, I don't know, he might be a Jake, he was like this MMA fighter called like Shu Xiaodong. And he was just like, This is basically doing what you know, Jake was doing whenever they go to like China or Japan, like competing in martial arts tournaments. Like he was like exposing like all like the fake like martial arts, like beating up like the Tai Chi guys with you know, just like boxing and wrestling basically. Or you know, and they were like he's still free and all that, but they messed up his reputation, his social credit.
Right.
It's like it's harder for him to like travel around the country. He can't go on high-speed trains, or you know, and things like that.
Damn.
So you know, that's what's they just want to or, you know, that's part of the tribulation that we're gonna have to endure.
Yeah, to destroy your character. Right, that's a part of it. Slander, to slander you, discredit, bring up false allegations against you, false accusations. You know, that's the same thing they did to Yahawashai.
Yeah, man.
Right.
This.
Hey, and if I can say this too, Salaki, bro, I'll be thinking about it too cause people get backlash for like shit that like exposing a pharmaceutical company or keep coming against them. People get death threats and shit like that don't even really matter like that if they ain't equating it with the scriptures in Yahawashai and the fact that the Negroes Latino never sent we the Israelites and the teachings that we teach. Starting with the Apostle and Elder Great Millstone, they even get persecuted for this shit. You know, their life be threatened. You know, but the thing that the silver lining in the whole situation is what? They continue to persevere. They don't let that shit stop them or deter them, and I always equate it with the truth. Like this, you know what I'm saying? This way more important, and the reward is way greater for me doing this than what the fuck they doing. And
That's a good point, bro.
You gotta take out these different things that happen in life, man, things that you experience, and be able to use that as a booster, right? A stepping stool. Like, well, shit.
They ain't quitting. I ain't quitting. Shit. And then that was what I talk about that real quick. And see that the thing with them other people that so called against the new order, like the Double Sevens and all them guys.
Right.
They whole thing is, they ultimate plan is, look, all right, we gotta form together, guys, and overtake the government, bro. It ain't gonna fucking work, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Even Richie from Boston thing like that. You know,
He even said it.
Yeah, he
Bro,
said, I ain't going.
That ain't going, bro.
Putting me nowhere.
How the hell is that gonna work, man?
Right,
Like, bro, you might as well join us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Huh?
That shit, bro.
Yeah.
Man, that shit's crazy, man.
Come on, bro.
Go ahead, I get a little bit more, bro.
back into it say through such telemetric devices,
Shit,
it would
wow.
be possible to maintain 24-hour-a-day surveillance over the subject and to intervene electronically or physically to influence and control selective behavior.
And the only way they can do that is if they get the 5G technology up, man. They can't run the chips off the 4G network, man. It's not strong enough, man. The bandwidth they need to keep up with the
It's not emitting enough frequency.
Yeah.
The radiation.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Everybody shit.
Right, you know what I mean?
Be the 5G.
So I was talking to y'all about it. Like, I look at it like, this was my theory. If they do decide to open up the markets and shit like that and the economy again, they more than likely they got the 5G up and running there, like all together, because they need it. And why would they open up the economy again? Because Elder Ayatollah was talking about, he had a conversation with one of the dudes and he was talking about putting up the towers. They putting up the towers right now. That's why they need everybody off the streets. So it's like, once they get everybody off the streets and they put the towers up, then more than likely they gonna be opening up the economy, you know what I mean? But right now they use this time to set the grid up. Now, I could be wrong. That's just a theory. I'm just telling you, I could be wrong. Real
They
shit.
gonna give these the vaccination.
That too.
That's the only way. That's the only way. Bill Gates said you
that
can go.
too.
Bill Gates said you can go back to normal life once you get vaccinated. He said, yeah, it's gonna go back to normal.
I agree with you. But once they need to get the 5G up though. That's one thing for sure. They need to get that bitch up, because what's the point of chipping there so far everybody?
Bro.
Yeah, I just want to make a point. What's the point of chipping everybody if the 4G grid that is on right now is not gonna keep up with the real life?
With the support system ain't there, right?
It's pointless.
Cause he know, man, he know.
But the thing is, like you said, at the end of the day, like, and you got so many people, like you said, sheeple stuck in place, stuck in these shelter, because people hoping, praying it go back to normal, so they're gonna be willing to take the vaccine. They gonna be sitting. I mean, like I said, they already putting it out there subliminally. We come to your house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so you don't know what the fuck these people want to do.
Take your children. Alright, they saying it.
They let you know it, right?
Hey, that dude the devil, bro. You look at that nigga face, bro. That nigga's a straight Edomite devil, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like real talk, bro.
I just want to get a quick precept. I know we ain't.
Bro, you got the spirit of Satan on them, bro. This how you know, bro. When them motherfuckers real red, bro. Them niggas a devil, bro. I used to
Just a quick statement,
Go ahead.
because I be on Facebook and Instagram. People actually be saying, man, I do anything just to go back
Yeah.
outside.
For real.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
like
see.
damn, they gonna take the chip, man. I
Yup,
get in
yeah,
my
yeah.
head like they
You
gonna
see
take
it
the chip.
already. Esau gonna apply so much pressure on these people, bro. They gonna break, bro.
Hey, just go outside. You also tough.
Right.
It's the hood. I thought y'all.
So I
There was a statement that I forgot
You
what he made. They
open
said, how do you change a man's, you know, the quotes that people be making. There's a quote he said, how do you change a man's mind or belief? And it's by suffering. And they said, like, you don't see what you really made up, who believe what. That's why it talks about that strong foundation. Like I say, I mean, I literally see this, like say, like, you know, like I said, people over there, like you said, I mean, like, talking of the famine that's coming. Cause you see the video that the elder put in there about the prices of the food?
Real quick,
Yeah.
I want to build off of what you just said about the suffering part. That's why our foundation gonna have to be strong, bro. Like for brothers that's bullshit, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Like, real talk, bro. If you ain't solid, you gonna fold, man. Cause what Esau gonna do, he gonna apply so much fucking pressure, bro. You gonna break. Look at people right now, bro. You ain't eating. A lot of these people, they jobless. It's what 6.6 million just went up. Unemployment. And most motherfuckers ain't eating, bro. They don't got no type of income to feed family. So what do you think gonna happen when Esau roll out this chip? They gonna be like, oh, I'm first. Real talk, bro.
They gonna be fighting to take the chip.
Real quick, slide. If we ain't grab a precept in a minute, let the brother get that. Go ahead, Shamari.
Alright, this Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you.
Now jump over to where it say it built his foundation on a rock. Where's that at?
24.
24, yeah. Jump over 24.
Verse 24. It says, therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock.
Keep going.
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
Right, and that rock is ultimately the foundation, which is the YAHAWASHI. And your faith gonna have to be strong, bro. Cause like I said, them people like the Dabu Sevens, they gonna fold, bro. When shit get real, they gonna shut down their website. Yeah, they ain't got the spirit, bro. Cause when you believe in something, you willing to die for it, bro. That's when you know you serious about it. Them people, you think they willing to die for it? No, bro. They gonna some of them, but most of them motherfuckers, we praise. I don't believe, bro. I think them, like I said, they gonna fold, bro. We believe in it, not cause. You gotta believe in it to a point where if nobody ain't watching you, if you ain't around brothers, you gotta believe in it that much, bro. Because them people like W7, they feed off the internet and the people online and the support. Bro, you gotta be in this thing for yourself so when shit do get real, bro, you know if you do die, well shit, I believe on the Lord, so whatever.
You gotta have that spirit like Apostle Tamar that said if everybody was to just turn back, when you go out and do the work by yourself.
Exactly, bro. That's how your faith gotta be, man. Cause like I said, them Dabu Sevens and them all of them, the Alex Jones.
They get paid from that.
Yeah, bro. And like not only did they get paid, bro, they getting the support from the masses, bro.
Right.
Us personally, bro, like I said, this actually come down to an individual thing. If you don't believe in it wholeheartedly on yourself, you gonna be fucked up, bro.
Right, cause you gonna get singled out.
Yeah,
you gonna get stripped of all your so-called resources.
Damn right,
you
bro.
Get stripped of that.
Damn
People
right.
gonna look at you with a, you know what I'm saying? Cause Esau gonna portray you in a bad light. We gonna destroy your reputation. So that's why you gonna be by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar got that song. Damn, what's that song, man? Mortal Man.
Oh yeah,
Mortal Man. But he was talking about when they hit the fans.
They believe
it's still a fan. When shit hit the fan, is it still a fan?
Yep.
That's when they, you know what I'm saying, come that's when it really
More
matters,
natural,
man.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
when it really matters. Cause
Yep.
people be your friend when shit don't matter.
Yep.
It don't matter now.
Yep.
Now I need your support against the federal government, this big bag. You know what I'm saying? Federal government, whatever the case may be. You ain't there.
Yup, and we'll show you that point. We'll bring that point when we talking about even harder. Remember when YAHAWASHI, when his disciples, when the Lord had to go on the cross, and he had to go to the Garden of Gethsemane, he had to do that on his own, bro. He was with the disciples at the moment, but the Lord put the spirit of sleep on them. They fell asleep, and he was by himself, bro.
And even when they was persecuting them, they left him because Peter said he ain't gonna desert him.
Yeah, he said
forsake
forsake
him. Yeah, he gonna
three
deny me
times.
Christ, right?
Yep.
And then that's what happened. So that's what he was really by himself. Man.
Yeah, bro. And this system that Esau come with, bro, like, it ain't no, you just want to be grounded, bro. That's the only way to put it, man. You want to be grounded in this truth, what you believe in, and if that's why Scripture say, then it shall be known who my chosen. If you don't believe on the Lord wholeheartedly to a point where you willing to die for it, bro, you might as well just fucking walk away. Real talk, you might as well leave, bro, because I don't want to tell you, bro.
Right.
You said you asked?
You want to jump back in?
Oh, yeah, jump in.
You say, if it's like it will thus be possible to exercise control over human behavior and from a distance without physical contact. Possible implications for
Yeah,
criminality.
because Esau's scared. He want to be from a distance, without physical contact with Jacob. Jacob get physical. You know, like if somebody upset or if they bitter about something, you know what I'm saying? They got resentment. Something happened to their check. Get to flip it out of Esau.
They come, bro.
Esau terrified, bro.
For criminology and corrections of such telemetric systems is tremendously significant. In the States, doctors at the University of Mississippi in Jackson, as of 1972, were implanting electrodes into the brains of black children as young as 5 years old.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, because that's the main ones who they want to target. That's the main, that's they main, you know what I'm saying?
Objective.
Yeah, that's their main objective, the water, brother. The Israelites, man, because they want to see what our reaction, or what our body is going to react, how it's going to react to this different, to something new like this.
Yep.
You know?
And they want to offset the prophecies of us taking them over.
And Esau understand, you just made a good point. Esau understand, like, we got something called a chemical reaction. When you put, what happens if I put this substance with that, what's going to be the reaction of it, you know what I mean?
Right. Because that's why they always use us for studies, man. They don't give a damn how the other nations react. That's why they ain't use Arab niggas. That's why they ain't use real Africans, the so-called, because we not Africans.
Bro.
That's why they ain't use Chinese people. That's why they ain't use all these other nations. That's why they always use the Israelites, man.
These sons of God, man.
Right.
Esau know the history, bro. He know where we derive from, bro. We come from motherfucker. We come from some men that was putting shit down, bro. You know what I mean? You read about the giants, bro. They was. That's our history. Esau know, man. You got it.
With the purpose of controlling hyperactive and aggressive behavior.
Yeah, right. Because really,
because you just brought it up.
Right, really, because our children really don't have hyperactive or aggressive behavior. That's just a part of their genetic makeup.
That's what
that's
the
a part of right. That's a part of that's a part of our biology, man.
Yeah.
They want you docile.
That's why they put us in his system and say this is the standard.
Yeah.
Right, because
really, we the standards. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro.
Right, because with the children, when they say they got hyperactive, whatever it
Hyperactive
says,
disorder.
HDAD and shit like that, really, they want to restrict the children from being able to use their imagination. And that when they come up with ideas and inventions and shit like that, man, when we were able to run free and just have fun and be a child and things like that, man.
Exactly.
You know, you come up with different, the Lord reveals certain things to you. You know what I'm saying? So really, that's why your child be real productive, man. He'll be a problem solver, learn how to solve problems, things like that, man.
Exactly.
Hey, you know, they want to put Jake in the box, man. When you
I
can't
was just
put
thinking about
Jake in
that
the box,
spirit.
man. We
Right.
is outside the box, either way you put it, man.
That's why they put us in these small, even these apartments and shit like that, like a family of 7 people in a small apartment and things like that, man. It really mess up they growing things, man. You know, they just mess you up, bro.
All the people that you can't put in the box be the ones to come up with the best ideas. You know?
Hey, we got a quick little, cause y'all went into that point. I just want to get the book. Y'all the spirit, bro. The book went perfectly with. Go ahead.
You go into a different chapter, this page 26. It say, furthering the goals of the social planners, perhaps the most destructive current trend of the educational establishment is the wholesale drugging of students. Drugs, especially amphetamines and Ritalin, are commonly used to dose school children throughout America.
Jake stole, man.
Bro,
They used to give me Ritalin when I was young, bro. Bro. My grandma with her simple self, man. You know, used to go consent to us being prescribed to that shit because they said it was hyperactive. No, man.
That's just the spirit. Yeah, the spirit on the spirit be on Jake from a youth, bro. You know what I mean? Esau like, bro, how can we suppress this, man? That's why them wild. You go through the hood, bro. It's Jake wild as fuck, but. If they imagine if they was in the spirit, the Holy Spirit, bro, they like you see. That's why brothers lively, man. You got the spirit on us, man. Esau trying to suppress it with these fucking with the Ritalin and all the other shit.
Yeah, these drugs.
Big Cat William had a
son. He said he like this, bro. He said he gave him that Ritalin. He got paused in midair, bro.
Right.
He knew something was wrong with him, though, because we was talking about that last night, bro. That's how you know you got a healthy child. When they run around hyperactive, screaming, wrestling, whatever.
Bro.
You mind if I grab this, if you don't mind, bro?
Let me finish that point real quick.
It said, Ritalin is a highly dangerous stimulant that is, according to the U.S.
Yeah, and Ritalin, if I can say this, it make you sterile. That's what it do from taking Ritalin over time. That shit make you sterile, bro. That way you can't bring forth children, man. That's why they always subscribe that shit to Israelites, bro. They don't do that shit to these so-called white people, bro. They give them different alternatives, you know, to that problem that they facing too. They tell them it's a different style of parenting when it comes to the counsel that you get on how to parent your children as an Israelite, opposed to these other nations, bro.
And that's what the book go actually into what you're saying, the sterilization. Because remember, Pharaoh, it's the same shit, man. Pharaoh, he seen that Jake was populating. He like, bro, we gotta overtake. He's like, at least they populate and overtake us, man. He saw it like he said.
That's why they got the Planned Parenthood still.
Yeah, that's why Esau even used to cut off our extremities, man. Because that's how mad he was that he couldn't eliminate us, bro. That's a cruel thing, bro, to chop off a gonads, man. Like, bro.
Ritalin is a highly dangerous stimulant that is, according to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, more addictive than cocaine.
More addictive than cocaine, right? That's the real gateway drugs. Because these devils always talking about weed. No, it's these prescription drugs that you prescribe to children at these young ages, bro. At these young ages where their mind still developing. It's still in the developmental stage, bro. You ain't a man.
And see, that's what we talking about. Like, cause look, imagine the shit he got now, bro. That's why, bro, you ain't fucking putting no vaccine in me, Lord willing, bro. You know what I mean?
The crazy part about it is he could put anything in your food and you don't even know.
Yeah, this is true.
We don't know.
He does that. He does that already. And then he put it in, use these big ass words that Jake not familiar with to describe the ingredients. Which it go back to nothing but chemical.
Right. Then you look up just one word on the ingredient. That shit take like 5 minutes, bro.
Chemical in the food, not the food.
Just like gluten. When you go back to that, it's literally glue. It's a specific type of glue that they use to hold that genetically modified organism that they selling us in the first place, and make it and perceive it so you can perceive it to be something else when it's something totally fucking different, bro. Just like Cypher in the Matrix. I know this ain't me. That's how your brain. This is how your brain is stimulated. These stimulators, bro. Really, that's how I look at it. This ain't real bread, but this shit got glue, but. Real shit going off.
Well, jump to where you was at. Back to we're going to end it off real quick. Jump to where you was at. Oh yeah, RAWCHAA, come on.
I was gonna grab. I don't know. Go ahead with you got, bro.
I'm gonna end it off with
it
says like where you was talking about the hyperactive and aggressive behavior.
No, matter of fact, jump back to this page because
that's what I did.
All right, come.
Aggressive behavior. Jake want to rule shit. Jake want to be over, man. Put a woman in order. They call that aggression if you put your woman in order. If you discipline your children, that's a form of aggression to Esau, man. He wants you to be a pacifist. He really wants you to be a woman. That's what it is, because a woman, that's how a woman is. She a pacifist. She easily,
yeah. Slack, I know we, I just want to get that last point, bro. And then y'all got it.
A report from Dr. Peter R. Bergen states that their brains were being implanted with electrodes that were heated up to melt areas of the brain that regulate emotion and intellect. Although it has been a closely guarded secret, the technology of electronic brain control implants has continued to be advanced throughout this century and continues to be applied by mind control practitioners today. One area where the technology continues to be developed is the University of Michigan Center for Neural Communication Technology.
Yeah, see, and you start to understand why Revelation 14 said what it said, man. The Lord said, you take that, bro, that's over with, man. Because it goes more into just, you know what I mean, buying and selling, bro. That shit goes deep, bro. And this book really dived more into it, bro. But anybody else have anything? No, that was it for me. Shit, you close down, man.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Saint Mark. All right. 16 and 15. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover.
Yeah, kind of.
And that's that's one of the other things, that's happening. The Heavenly Father, the Lord willing, may continue to have mercy on us, as far as all this, all this death madness that's going on, the coronavirus, the 5G, I don't know, the way that I see it, that's just two different, special moves that your opponent has, against you. And at the same time, I've also, witnessed testimony, as far as, people, being healed. So, with that, I don't know how to put it,
just stay in the spirit and Lord willing, man. Brothers, the Heavenly Father watch over us, man, because the times that we entering in, bro, like the scripture say, man, gonna be a time like no other, bro. And think about any bad shit that you've been seeing on TV or read in history, it's gonna eclipse that, bro. So hey, with that,
Showtime.
Bro. Jacob Strober, bro. The hour of temptation too. With that, we give our praise and glory due to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Alright, double honors to our apostle, elders, and millstone. Alright, salutations to the hopeful elect, man.
Abad Babor!
Shalom.